As a kid, I loved family. You know, I can remember Sundays at my grandmother's house. I loved to go to my grandmother's because the family would all gather there, my mother's mother. The warmth of family, the sense of belonging. My own family, my mother and dad. My dad was a very abandoned guy himself. They married at 17 and 18, and he was in and out of my life. We moved like 10 times in 14 years. So we never really had a home. My mother and father divorced. His drinking, he wound up in a hospital, and you know, we found my dad on a train during his vacation drunk. And then I started drinking very early on and believe that I'm a genetic alcoholic, as having blackouts at age 13, not knowing what happened. I mean, an alcoholic blackout is an incredible phenomenon, truly brain amnesia. I studied to be a Catholic priest, on and off drinking all through the monastery. Terrible shame. See, I'm in a monastery with these guys that I remember walking with a guy one day and he told me the worst thing he did was miss Mass on Sunday. I was so bad off when I drank and drugged, I couldn't do anything. I wound up in a state hospital. I committed myself to Austin State Hospital. The patriarchal model de-selfs people, and that we're in a new age. I call it the age of deep democracy. I was able to say to people, there's nothing wrong with you. They beat you up. They wouldn't let you have your feelings. The only feeling they let you have in your family was fear, and that's in the best families. You couldn't have a mind of your own. You know, Dad said, where'd you get a crazy idea like that? You're not sitting at this dinner table. You couldn't have your own will. You had to give up your will to the will of authority. So it's obedience without content. I had a degree in theology, I had a master's degree in philosophy. I went out and gave job applications. These guys laughed at me. An Episcopal priest was in a 12-step meeting one night and heard me talk and asked me to come lecture at his church on Sunday. And so I started these lectures. I talk about 4 stages: behavior modification. You go to a therapist or you go to a 12-step. Then there's the feeling work, the original pain work, the therapy work. Then there's the cognitive work, which is really learning new skills. And then there's the spiritual work. Now, the interesting thing is you can get addicted to any one of them. It's almost like new salvation. And then you realize you still have all these problems. Yeah, God, the inner child didn't work and Gestalt didn't work, but it did work. It got you to another level of awareness. It's just that life goes on, and every stage of life involves suffering. We're all capable of grasping this knowledge, and this is useful knowledge. It's very important, it seems to me, that we do the grief, but we move on, and that you make what you've done be enough.